London in the underground, 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 London in the underground. London in the underground, 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 London in the underground with your host Jimmy. London in the underground, 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 London in the underground with your host Jimmy. The music for all your needs with great personalities, bringing all wet bands in the land to all broadcasting you straight out from the fall. London in the underground, 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 London in the underground with your host Jimmy. London in the underground, 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 London in the underground with your host Jimmy. James, that is.
And now it's time for the London Indie Underground Double Shot. Double Shot. Pew pew.
Tried a little coke, now she can't get enough. Oh, she don't know why she can't sleep. Yeah, Mary's getting paranoid, she's in too deep. And you felt so low. Where'd your friends go? I thought they loved you. Said you were a pretty one, told you to cut loose. Oh, they don't see you in the street. They just turn their heads while you crawl on hands and knees. And you felt so low. Mary, won't you come home? You felt so low. Mary, won't you come home? And you felt so low. Mary, won't you come home? You felt so low. Mary, won't you come I used to play these keys, I play so well. They make my fingers bleed, my hands they swell. And when you heard that tune, you bought some nails. You boarded up my room, I watched my skin turn pale. The faces on the walls became my friends. Sounds with her little feet. And when she knew there was a missing piece, that's when I knew she was make-believe. A specter came along, kept me company. She sacrificed her bones for my ivory. Oh, you are the missing two, the missing two. Oh, you are the missing two, the missing two. Oh. And sitting on my bed, am I already dead?
You're listening to London Indie Underground, the hottest sound around.
Just about anywhere, under your bed while you sleep, off of your plate before you've had a bite. We'll trade your bread and we'll steal the sheets, digging for wealth as you lose your health. Find a profit, we'll earn it watching you coffin. Walk with us, we'll cover your feet, but go to sit down, you won't fit the seat. We'll buy up the farm and we'll sell the crops off cheap. You gotta pay up, you gotta pay up. You gotta pay up. Work for me, learn what you can, but those ideas are part of the brand. You might wanna go run the risk of selling your soul to benefit my ass. The lakes and rivers and sell the water away. You gotta pay up, you gotta pay up, you gotta pay up. You gotta pay up, you gotta pay up, you gotta pay up. Marry your life, cheat your dreams, buy up your wants, forget your needs. In the dark, we all watch the veins, find the same heart, find the game. All that we can and run away from the ruins with a whole lot of money. You gotta pay up, 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 you gotta pay up. You gotta pay up, 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 you gotta pay up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. It's the London Indie Underground Indie Stream podcast. My name is Jimmy James. We're broadcasting live from the Vault Recording Studio here at Adelaide and Princess in London, Ontario. If you're tuning in for the first time, we're London's original and only independent music broadcast, showcasing some of our area's most talented artists, bands, and personalities. We've been in operation now for just about a couple of years, and after taking a bit of a hiatus, happy to be back with some consistency here. We're going to be here every week. And for those perhaps in London tuning in right now, we always invite you to come down and join us here in studio. Once again, 532 Adelaide Princess. We'll bring down a couple of beverages if you like. We got some beer fridges. And more importantly, our doors are open to you. So please feel free to come on down. But otherwise, feel free to tune in every week, 8 until 10 p.m. And we try to do our best to offer a tip of the cap to what we feel are some of the best bands, or independent bands rather, from London and southwestern Ontario. And I'm very pleased today to be joined by my guest, Miss Jessica Allossery. Hello.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. I know it was a bit of short notice. We had to move around a couple of dates here. We were supposed to have the weather appearing this week. And that said, it was, obviously we had a chance meeting after.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, we had a little staff party for the Blackshire pub, which was
kind of a coincidence that it all happened like it did, but
I know it worked out well.
Yeah.
And truth be told, I mean, you've been pretty active participant in our music scene here for some time, having won the 98.1 Free FM under the covers contest.
That was actually almost a whole year ago by now.
Oh, really?
I can't believe it's already. Yeah, it was last February. I'm shocked.
How time flies.
Yeah.
So we've got, obviously, you've got some listeners that are tuned in today with some anticipation.
Yeah.
You seem to have amassed, quite a sizable YouTube community of followers.
Trying, get in there.
And I have some questions that center around that because, nowadays, if you look at the music industry, obviously things have changed dramatically. Whereas, back in the day, and I say my day because, perhaps a bit older than some of our listeners. But that said, we didn't have the likes of YouTube. We didn't have the internet. We had cassette tapes and posters. And now there's, obviously a lot more means to be able to connect with your fans. And, I know that you've got a couple of YouTube songs that had really caught. Yeah. And as a result of that, you've amassed, like I said, a bit of a following.
I feel really lucky because I feel like back in your day, you either made it or you didn't. Like you were a huge star that was signed to a label and you traveled the world and everyone knew who you were, or you weren't. Because you couldn't reach your fans unless you really grit your teeth and did the work and went from city to city. And now I can reach people across the world. And one of my biggest fan bases is in Brazil.
Really? Which
is crazy because I haven't been there since I've done my music. Mm-hmm. So I haven't gotten a chance to go there, but I'm still able to reach that audience. And I've also got quite a few fans in Norway ever since I put that Fox cover up. Okay. So it's just amazing how many people you can reach over YouTube and the internet.
Right. So tell us, how did this all start for you? Was it one song or one particular thing that you did?
Okay. Well, yes, it's quite a long story, but let me try to shorten it up. Oh. I taught myself guitar in 2008 after being inspired by another YouTube artist, Keena Granis, and I wanted to start doing covers, so I chose a song, taught myself guitar, and then I uploaded my first song ever, my first video, and it was just horrible. And it's still up there because I wanted people to see how much I've grown. But yeah, my guitar playing's awful. My vocals are just not mature at all. Like and the production as well, like the video production it's gotten a lot better over the years. And every video I try to make it a little bit better. So I started with that one video, and I remember I got 19 views overnight. 19 views, and I was just shocked. And I was so happy, and I was so excited, because I had no idea that people would actually watch it. Like, I just put it up there, I don't know. And then it kind of like started the addiction. Really, like uploading to YouTube is an addiction, because I love the rush of giving something to my fans and then like getting all the love back that I always do. It's like it's an amazing thing. So yeah, videos went on and on and on, and I started getting a big following in Brazil. And there was a guy in Brazil who wanted to use my song "Change the World," an original, for some sort of like project that he had going on in Spain.
Okay. And
he had a really nice idea, and it's called Adieu Barcelona. It's on YouTube. He has this idea of releasing balloons into the sky with tickets to a theater show attached to them. And he was filming it all. And just to say thank you to the people of Barcelona. So I had no idea that it was going to be like a good hit. But I said, yeah, go ahead, use my song. It's a good cause. It sounds nice. And it got 500,000 views in a month. And then from there, from there, I mean, the views kind of was piling up, and my fans were piling up, and I started seeing fans in Spain now. And then I did the Fox cover, and that got 1 million views, and then I got fans in Europe, and also The Scientist somehow started blowing up, and it has 2 million views, and
which is a Coldplay cover.
Yes,
that's a great song
by Coldplay. Yeah, and I think that happened because I made the cover of an old song of theirs just before they released their new album, and I didn't do that purposely. It just coincidentally happened. But then their new album came out, and like they were all in the media, and everybody was researching them and Googling them, and somehow my cover caught fire. And now it's up at almost 2 million. So
and here you are.
Yeah, here I am.
So when you say that you've found that you have now followers in those areas, are you referring to the YouTube analytics that tells you where?
Yeah, YouTube analytics, also Facebook Insights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually quite scary how intense it can show you, like what kind of a device you're using, whether it's like an iPod or
it shows you what people are viewing on.
Yeah, like that to the T.
Right.
So it kind of so I can find out like which cities, what language people are speaking.
Right. So you might be watching Jessica, but she's watching you.
I'm watching all of you.
Well, this is great. I mean, you know, one of the functions of this podcast is obviously not only to introduce music enthusiasts to music that they might not be otherwise familiar with, but also to the musician that might be listening to, give them some insights and perhaps some guidance. So, when you think about our area, there's certainly a lot of active bands that, really pound the pavement and, play as many shows as they can. And you're active too, in the sense that I know you do a number of acoustic shows, but predominantly your audience is online based.
Yes, definitely. Like I actually don't do very many acoustic shows, and I want to do more, but I find it's not always good to go the easy route, but it's so much easier for me online because I already have that following, and I do covers, and I can get exposure and views, and whereas here like doing live shows is definitely a lot harder, and it's harder to get people out every show, and it's hard to find venues, and it's just hard. Yeah,
of course. For those just joining us right now, you're tuned into the London Indie Underground Indie Stream podcast. I'm your host, Jimmy James, here with Jessica Allossery, broadcasting from London, Ontario today. Thanks for coming in today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Just to tee up our program for you, we're going to have a bit of conversation here with Jessica, and at 9 o'clock, which that's Eastern Standard Time for those of you that may be in Brazil.
Yeah.
So in approximately
And Norway.
35 minutes, Jessica's going to take the stage here for a live performance that you'll be able to not only see and hear as well. And we're going to archive this after the fact too, so your listeners can go and check it out. So what have you been up to these days? I know you recently put out a video.
I did, yeah. So I'm always putting out videos. Always. I try to do 2 a month. My latest one was Waves by Mr. Probs, which I think it's getting quite new here. I believe that it was new in Europe like a year ago, so it's kind of like makes its way across the seas, I guess. But yeah, always working on YouTube videos. I'm hoping to do a tour soon in Brazil. Like, I'm really pushing it. It's really hard because I'm way over here, and I'm trying to find connections over there overseas. So, trying to make that happen in the winter. So we'll see if that happens. I just released Love Parade, which back in June, and I released a video that I created myself with the help of a couple of videographers and came up with a concept, and went to a really awesome secret tree house.
I saw the video. It was pretty remarkable.
And it really turned out so much better than I ever imagined. And I'm really proud of it because it's an original song, and I finally have a video under my name that has like a lot of creativity, and it's exactly the way I am. It hasn't gained a lot of views yet, not as much as I'd hoped, but I mean, when you're doing original content, that's pretty standard. It's hard to kind of get a grasp on something.
Right. Well, it's the familiarity in the cover songs, right?
Yeah.
And particularly when you're taking some creative license to it.
Yeah.
And, one of the things I noticed about a lot of your covers and having heard your acoustic performances is they're very removed from the original.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I always try to make it my own.
Yeah.
I have tried to, in the past, do some songs and try to do exactly what the artist does, but sometimes I don't have the vocal range, or sometimes I don't strain my voice, and if I do, it sounds terrible. So I have to modify it to make it my own, because otherwise it just won't sound good.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll get to a couple of songs here. We'll come back with a bit more conversation with Jessica Allossery here on the London Indie Underground podcast. We're going to hit you with a band from London. This is a song that they did as a fundraiser for a friend of theirs, that had to undergo some cosmetic surgery that unfortunately is not covered under our healthcare system here, at the tune of about $40,000, which had to be outsourced overseas. So they recorded a couple of songs and made them available for download for $5, with all the proceeds in its entirety going to this young lady, which I think is a great effort. And it's nice to see musicians that are willing to donate their time and their art to such noble causes. So this is Hiroshima Hearts with One Shadow on the London Indie Underground.
Saw a ghost yesterday, someone I should know. Phantom in the window pane from 1,000 years ago. Press my fingers to the glass, walked away.
next song brought to you by Cuban Lou's Pube Lube. New and improved. Comes in tubes of tube.
Ask your doctor if Cuban Lou's Pube Lube is right for you. Allow 22 weeks for delivery.
London Indie Underground. Making your mom wet since 2012.
You stood for liberty and grace among the chaos. You fought for sanity and everything that we lost. Don't let this go. You're coming home. The past can't be undone, but the night is young. Don't let this go. I'll see you tonight. I know he's everything that makes you wanna keep on fighting. And I know you spend your days wondering if this is the right thing. Don't let this go. You're coming home. The past can't be undone, but the night is young. Don't let this go. I'll see you tonight. Some nights you fight a war in your own head. It's not a fight that you are due to win real soon. Don't let this go. You're coming home. The past can't be undone, but the night is young. Don't let this go. I'll see you tonight.
Red, Amber, Green with The Night We Won the War here on, I want to say 94.9 CHRW radio, which is a force of habit because myself and Brandon Eady is also involved in London Indie Underground, which incidentally is in New York City right now on a honeymoon with his lovely wife. They might even be checking out the stream right now from abroad if you guys are. Seeing your pictures. Looks like you guys are having a great time. And they mentioned one park that's adjacent to the Statue of Liberty apparently is just disgusting.
Oh.
But the Battery Park, yeah. It's from all accounts of what I've read online, it's pretty gross.
That's
But
scary.
yeah, all the pictures that have come up, they've been able to check out a lot of stuff. So normally Brandon's here on the Wednesday nights, and he's been venturing into a new endeavor over at the Hideaway Records and Bar called the Alternative on Wednesday nights, where they showcase alternative music.
Yay.
Along with, pretty much at the end of the night, Brandon pulls out all the popular favorites that, people like to dance to after they've had a
I
few.
love Hideaway. Hideaway's great.
I do too.
A dance bar.
It's not necessarily my scene per se, and I don't know if it's that I'm not a big fan of the huge open concept bars. I'm more of a fan of a pub, and I really hate when you go somewhere and the music's so loud that you have to scream at each other to talk. That really bugs me.
For
But
me, that's my dance bar.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to sit and have a conversation with someone. I'm going to go there to dance.
Exactly. But Brendan Eady, myself, every Friday, 3:30 to 6 p.m., our radio show on CHRW Radio, 94.9. We do much as we do here, although a lot less talk and more support of all bands from London and southwestern Ontario. So we had Red Amber Green, Hiroshima Hearts, and stay tuned, we'll have some more for you. Jessica Allossery joining us here in studio today. We're broadcasting you from London, Ontario. She's going to be performing live for you. 9 o'clock coming up at the top of the hour. So you were saying offline you lived in Brazil for some time.
Yes. Well, I was 17. It was quite a long time ago because I'm so old.
Right. Ancient.
But I did a Rotary exchange, and I lived there for a year.
Okay, what is that? Sorry.
Basically, it means if you're a high school student, you can go there, and they will find host families for you. And you stay in 3 different host families for the year, and they put you up in a school there, so you can interact with everyone your age and get friends there. And basically, you're just immersed in the culture like a normal 17-year-old would be. And so one of my fans actually did ask me how I learned Portuguese, and that's how. Because I stayed in Brazil for a year, and I kept it up, and I still, like I said, I talk to all my fans and my friends back there all the time. And
Yeah, I see various posts that come up from you that's
Yeah.
in Portuguese. And
Yes.
I didn't know what the story was behind that, if you were using Google Translator or something.
No, it's all me.
It's all you,
I'm a
eh?
smart cookie. It's not just music.
Right, well, I mean, I suppose the argument could be that, you're always able to learn a language or more adept to pick up a language the younger that you are, right?
Yeah.
So at 17, that would have been your formative years, right?
Oh, yeah. It took me about 3 months, I would say, to be fluent.
Right.
I did speak Spanish and French before I went
Mm-hmm.
as well, so that helps because all 3 of them are romantic languages.
Very much so.
But 3 months.
You can say anything in, Spanish or Italian.
Yeah.
It just sounds really nice.
It sounds so nice.
I know. Then English is, very, very functional
English,
language.
yeah.
Then you got like German. I went to Switzerland with my girlfriend.
Oh.
And a lot of people speak Swiss German there, and it's a very strong language.
Yeah, very
and
powerful.
very difficult to pick up. And
I
it had
kind of
some-
get scared when somebody starts yelling
Right.
German or something. I'm like, what are you saying? Are you mad?
I had a lady curse me out on the subway because she was coming through the cars and she had like a walker. And so I wasn't paying attention, right? Because I turned and I was looking, and so she's struggling to get through this door, and then she comes up to me and speaking in Swiss German, and I can't understand what she's saying, right? I'm like, I'm sorry. So she turns to my girlfriend and she translates for me, and she's like, yeah. She said, "Some gentleman you are." Like, oops. So sorry.
Oh, shame. Sorry, lady. We apologize.
So let's talk about the 98.1 Free FM contest that you won. So the song that you recorded, which is Love Parade,
Yes.
was the result of that.
Oh, and I'm so... It actually just came out so much better than I ever imagined it would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I had, like, EMAC. I mean, they're so great there. I just love the guys there. And,
We might even see Mac Grady at some point.
yeah.
Last
Well,
time he
they-
showed up here with 24 bottles of giant beers, and he was the... He brought the party with him.
Always a friend, that
Yeah.
Matt Grady. He brings the party, yeah. But, I mean, they're just so laid back, and they really... They don't step on your toes. They just bring the best out in your music. And Mo Berg produced it, and he just has, like... He's just such a special guy. He hears things that a lot of people don't. And so that came out. Like, I mean, I wrote the song, like, almost 3 years ago by now, and it was just kind of sitting in my book, not doing anything, and I won this contest, and I was like, well, what am I going to sing? And I flipped through my book, and I remembered that song, and I said, oh, this might work. And then I worked with them, and Mo helped me to bring it to life.
And it turned out really well.
Yeah, I'm still shocked. Every time I listen to it, I'm like, I can't believe this is me. It sounds so good.
Yeah, it turned out really well. But all the rest of your endeavors are all DIY, right? You're doing everything yourself?
Everything, yeah. It's quite a lot of work. But it's nice because I like to rely on myself because I know that I'm going to work hard for it. And I know, like, I have my goals, and you can't always rely on other people because for the most part, like, they have their own goals. So I like to focus on my own work and like, if I have to make an album cover, I teach myself Photoshop because that's what I have to do. Like, I have no choice. So yeah, DIY all the way.
Well, I have a question for you now as it pertains to YouTube, because I'm sure there's people wondering how, your music can be monetized through YouTube. Now, if you're doing, I know that there's thresholds. Once you hit a certain amount of views, then you receive some compensation. But how does it work as it relates to cover material? Does that have any impact on it?
It does a lot.
Okay.
Like, it depends on what network you're with, because you have to be with a network to make money. But I remember the first month that I signed up with this network, my earnings were something like, I'm trying to remember, $60 or something like that for the month. And at the time, I was probably getting, how many views was I getting a month? Probably like, I don't know, I'll throw something out there, maybe like 70,000 per month. From that $60, I got $3, because the rest went to the artist, the network, and then also there's always like some fees, or whatever.
So they're just loving you then, right?
$3. So I was so upset, and I actually I took a picture of the statement and I posted it on my Facebook fan page, and I'm like, everybody look at this, because there's a lot of misconceptions out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have 5 million views, and it's not a lot, but it's in the millions, and I can't make a living off of $3 a month. So I want to just put that out there and say, listen, like, no, I'm not making money from YouTube, and it's where I am making like pennies. Since then, they have revised it a bit, and now I'm making more like $30 or $40, which is better than $3. But it's still not enough to,
of course.
I could buy a pizza or something with it. So I don't really count the network thing. I don't count YouTube. I know that they are planning on doing a tip jar feature where you can tip the artist on a one-time basis. Like, the patrons or people who are watching, if they like the cover, they can tip you. And then YouTube will take a 30% from that. But that came from the idea from Patreon. Do you know what Patreon is? Mm-hmm. So that kind of came from Patreon, in my opinion. And Patreon is, just going to kind of briefly talk about it. Jack Conte, who is a big YouTube artist, many people know who he is, came up with an idea to monetize YouTube videos in a different way through patronage. So you've got fans out there. If they like your music enough, they will support you, and they will donate to you to keep making music, or they'll buy your album or whatever. So with Patreon, and then you get rewards. Like, if you're a patron, you get a reward. I ask my fans $1 a month. $1 a month to most people is nothing, because that's $12 a year. But if I can get 2,000 of my fans to do that, then I don't have to waitress anymore. Like, I can stop my work, and I can do full-time music and not have to juggle with another job.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can, like, also choose higher percentages, like $15, $20, $100. You can set the limit. And right now, I think I'm up to like $400 a video, which is awesome. Like, it's crazy compared to what I was making from YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
And this gives me like a different depth with my fans, those fans, because I'm sending them thank you notes every month to their mailbox, like to their personal mailbox, and I'm handwriting them out, and I'm making like DIY magnets, and I'm sending them, and some people I'm having a Skype conversation with for an hour once a month. So it's like very personal, and it's something that I can. It's just a different level of closeness with my fans. It's really awesome. So I highly recommend it to everybody.
Yeah, no fooling. Well, $400 a video, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can see why you want to do a couple a month, you know?
Yeah. Well, and also you can set your threshold. Like if you only want to do $1 and you don't want to go higher than $1 in the month, even though I make 4 videos, then you can do that. And then you can stop funding at any time. Like you can pull it at any time. It's not. There's no rules basically. Like it's very laid back, and it doesn't hold you. It doesn't lock you in. You can change your amount. So it's changing. It's changing the artist industry, like the YouTube industry. It's really making it possible for us to do this as a career.
Yeah. See, this is very interesting because I got to be honest with you. You're the first person that we've interviewed that YouTube is the means that they use.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's a number of us that have music on YouTube and have, of course, produced videos and put them online. But you're very targeted with respect to your income or your potential for income.
Definitely. Well, because I do want to do it full time, and right now I work full time as a waitress as well, and it's just like it's exhausting. It really is. Like just I'm always doing stuff, and I would love to just be able to dedicate every single day to music and videos and a blog online and my website and photos. Like I just want to be my own artist. So this is, I'm on the path. It's taking a little while, but I know like every month it goes up a little bit more, and soon I think I'll be. And then also it gives you the beauty of being able to travel as well. Like I really love to travel. If I can make a salary every month by Patreon, I can travel and make money. Like I don't have to be stuck in London. I can go and do shows, and I can do tours around the world and still have that cushion, that income.
Well, it's unfortunate that music has kind of been devalued to the point now where, we ask for people for, $1 a month.
I know.
And when you consider the amount of time and effort and passion and heart and soul that goes into your craft and what it is that you do, I mean, if you were to dilute per hour the amount of time that you're spending on this stuff, I mean, really, it's peanuts, right?
Yeah.
So,
but it always balances out because you will get the patrons who will sponsor you 15, 20, 100 per month, and then it evens out in the end.
Yeah, well, and that's my point too. I mean, if you look at the music industry model and how it's changed so much over the years. I mean, bands would put out a CD or, not likely to, but put out a CD per year. And I remember I'd go to the record store and go and pick it up, and it would be $15 to $18 and sometimes over $20, right? And if you figure out how many millions of copies had to be sold in order for the label to get back the money that they put into it before it finally made its way to the bands, now we've got the tools where we can go directly to the people.
Yeah.
But I think it's about educating too, so that people know that this isn't a cash grab, right? This is a labor of love.
Yeah, and it's a long-term thing. Like, we do want to connect with our patrons and our fans, and this is the way to do it while still being able to do our music full time. It's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Yeah,
and there are artists out there that are making like 2,000, 5,000. Like I think there's one band that's like really popular on YouTube. They're one of the highest. I forget what their name is, but they make $12,000 a video.
Really?
$12,000 a video. That changes lives. It really does. Like, it's amazing. And yes, I'm asking for $1 a month, and it's not much. But again, if you can get 2,000 people to do that, for them it's nothing, but for me it's a lot.
It's everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I always spread the word, and the more people that join Patreon, the more people know about it, and the more patrons there are. Yeah.
So for those Simpsons fans out there, it reminds me of Homer Simpson with the Happy Dude auto dialer. You want to be happy like me? Send $1.
Yeah.
Ever seen that episode? Yeah. Kind of the same thing. Maybe not.
Give me those dollars.
Yeah. Let's make it rain, folks. So we're going to get to a couple of songs here, and then we're going to prepare Miss Allossery to get up on stage and perform for you. We've got about a half an hour set, and you'll join us back here in studio for a little bit more conversation. We'll talk about Instagram.
Woohoo! Oh, yay!
It's a bit of an inside joke, but maybe we'll touch on that a little bit later. In the meantime, let's check out a couple more songs here for you. And obviously the folks that may be tuning in for the first time, all the music that you're hearing through this podcast is all London and southwestern Ontario. And in my humble opinion, I think we've amassed the most eclectic and, I think it's just the best collection of musicians anywhere in Canada. We're fueled by two of the more recognized schools for recording arts, which brings an annual crop of aspiring producers and musicians here to London. So we're really privileged to have all this great stuff right in our backyard. And that said, let's check out a couple of them now. This is Alex Mason with Swell Song and The Affair with Maze here on the London Indie Underground.
Tide, and the light ahead was growing dimmer. And I heard you calling, but I didn't listen. And I watched you falling, but the mark doesn't know what it's missing. Cave, and I haven't seen the light of day. Only shadows of the wind and waves, and beds of needles amongst the hay. And I left my pain by the windowsill to drip into the blue bottles. Spread between your legs, you were spinning all that silk. Twisted and I'm tangled still. Oh, and I led the powder across the entire range. And I made a wish in the well, but nothing seemed to change. And I drank the water from all the seven seas, but there's a song in the swell that calls you back to me. I drank the water from all the seven seas, but there's a song in the swell that calls you back to me, back to me.
London Indie Underground, brought to you by Grandpa Wheezy's Easy Grease. Unleash the beast, only $5 a piece.
I was driving in my Caprice with my wife Bernice. Nowhere near the beast, she just gave me the old fleece. Now every Sunday drive, I'm feeding the geese. Thank you, Grandpa Wheezy.
Consult your doctor before using Grandpa Wheezy's Easy Grease. Not recommended for those that suffer from alien hand syndrome, the Jimmy Legs, swamp ass, SARS, or foot and mouth disease. Grandpa Wheezy's Easy Grease.
It's a bee's knees.
Been thrown into the maze. I thought that I got out of this until she came my way. Been thrown into the maze. Left turn, now reverse back to where we came. left turn, now reverse back to where we came. Well, I love all you've got, but not all that you do. Yeah. 'Cause I know I'm not the only one who gets to rendezvous with you. Been thrown into the maze. Thought that I got out of this until she came my way. Been thrown into the maze. Left turn, now reverse back to where we came. Here I go once again, participating in games. You could be somebody to me, or just another mistake that I'll make. Been thrown into the maze. Thought that I got out of this until she came my way. Been thrown into the maze. Left turn, now reverse back to where we came.
Those fellas just put out a new CD. They're going to be performing this Friday at the Blackshire Pub, or Saturday rather, along with JJ and the Pillars. We're going to have some concert listings here for you coming up after the performance here with Jessica Allossery. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Very fortunate to have this guest joining us. Been very active, obviously, on YouTube. Those that have tuned in perhaps have seen her online before. If not, I'm very pleased today to introduce you to Miss Jessica Allossery.
This one's called ABCs. A, B, C, D. The alphabet has been running from me, just like you, and all of the silly things that you do. F, G, H, go away. I don't want to see your face. You left me for another girl 300 times or more. You make me wanna fight. You make me wanna cry. You make me wanna die. You make me wanna scream, go outside. You make me wanna love you. You make me wanna love you. Oh, what a waste. These 3 whole years, they can't be replaced. Oh, it's not even the end. It'll last until this world crashes in. H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P. How could you ever bring that around me? Q-R-S-T-U-V-E. Me, the person you love the most, the person you trust the most, the person you hurt the most, hurt the most. wanna fight. You make me wanna cry and die. You make me wanna love you. What a waste. These 3 whole years, they can't be replaced. It's not even the end. It'll last until this world crashes in. What a waste. These 3 whole years, they can't be replaced. It's not even the end. It'll last until this world crashes in. Crashes in. WX, remember that you, my dear, are next. Y and Z, my ABCs are complete. What a waste. These 3 whole years, they can't be replaced. It's not even the end. It'll last until this world crashes in. What a waste. These 3 whole years, they can't be replaced. It's not even the end. It'll last until this world crashes in. Crashes in. And here's another original called Change the World. The rain is pouring down on me, and the sun is shaded by the trees, and the world is spinning at my feet, and I am wondering what will remain in this little life I am living. Is there hope and love that I will bring? I've seen too many bad things. I wanna change. I wanna change the world. I wanna change the world. I wanna change the world. I wanna change it. I wanna change it. Oh, 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 oh. Don't just look at me with those eyes, so pretty. I know exactly what you are thinking. You want the same as I do. You want there to be peace on the news. Join hands, and give your heart to someone who needs a mend. We are all in this life together. We're all in this life together. Change the world. We're gonna change the world. We're gonna change the world. We're gonna change it. We're gonna change it. Oh, 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 oh. change the world, change the world, change the world, change the world. We're gonna 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 change it. We're gonna change it. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. It's time for me to spread my peace with the world, to share my joy, my heart and love with the world, to inspire and transpire the words of Gandhi, to be the change that I wanna see in the world. This is from the album Apple of My Eye, and this is called Let My Heart Out. Time start today, and it will stay for as long as I need it to stay. Yes, time is on my side until I am back on my 2 feet again. Now I am walking down the street as my feet brush the falling leaves. Everything is so still and beautiful in serenity. In serenity, so I can let my heart out, let it shape my soul and let it build my hopes and my dreams. So I can let my heart out, let my heart out in this world where time always a worry. Da 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 da. And everything is silent around me, except the kiss of the earth's melody, and the people who don't know that life is worth more than gold and material. So I can let my heart out, let it shape my soul and let it build my hopes and my dreams. So I can let my heart out and let my heart out
da 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 da. Took the abandoned road, and it led me to a garden of stone, and then it filled with beautiful roses, so untouched by a world always in motion. We're always in motion. Da 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 da. We gotta take it slow. Okay, another song from my album Apple of My Eye. This one's called Apple of My Eye. When a storm comes in, I'm a shelter from the wind. I'll be the one to let you in. I will hold you tight like a ninja in the night. I'll protect you from this fright. Yes, I will. 'Cause like a fruit in a tree, you're the apple of my eye. You're the apple of my eye. You are. And like a rose in the wild, you're the thorn stuck in my heart. You're the thorn stuck in my heart. You are. When the world turns black, I'm a diamond in the sky. I will be the one to save your life. I will sweep you up like a ninja in the night. I will show you to the light. Yes, I will. 'Cause like a fruit in a tree, you're the apple of my eye. You're the apple of my eye. You are. And like a rose in the wild, you're the thorn stuck in my heart. You're the thorn stuck in my heart. You are. Oh, like my milk and honey, you are the one for me. You are the one for me. Yes, you are. And like the children in the park, you are still in my heart. You are still in my heart. You are. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Let's run away to our hiding place where we can disappear. I promise I will hold you near. You're the apple of my eye. You are the apple of my eye. Da 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 da. You're the apple of my eye. You are 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 the apple of my eye. Try tried to do a little fade out there. Okay, time to get into the covers. Well, only one covers for now. One cover, singular. I've been trying to do it right. I've been living the lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed. So show me family, all the blood that I will bleed. I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I went wrong, but I can write a song. 2, 3, I belong with you. You belong with me, my sweetheart. I belong with you. You belong with me, my. I don't think you're right for him. Think of what it might have been if you took a bus to Chinatown. I'd be standing on Canal in Bowery, and you'd be standing next to me. 2, 3, I belong with you. You belong with me, my sweetheart. I belong with you. You belong with me, my sweetheart. In love, we need it now. Let's hope for some. 'Cause, oh, we're bleeding out. I belong with you. You belong with me, my sweetheart. I belong with you. You belong with me, my sweetheart. I belong with you. You belong with me, my sweetheart. I belong with you. You belong with me, my. That goes out to everyone who's watching right now. You're my sweethearts. Okay, I got a couple more songs for you guys. This is another original called Keep On Moving. Woke up with a flower on my bed, and sunlight falling on my head. The sky is bright and blue, so tell the world that I'm coming through. They see me run with the wind, bringing light to everything. Nothing can hold me back. I'm on the right track. I'll reach higher than the stars, swim farther than the sea, be all of the things that I want to be. So I'll keep on moving for me. I'll keep on moving for me, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race. That's why I go at my own pace. I'll walk, I'll crawl, I'll dance and I'll fall. I'll get up and stand tall. I'll reach higher than the stars, swim farther than the sea, be all of the things that I want to be. So I'll keep on moving for me. I'll keep on moving for me. can follow. Keep on moving, keep on moving on, keep on moving, keep on moving on, keep on moving, keep on moving on, keep on moving. I'll reach higher than the stars, swim farther than the sea, be all of the things that I want to be. So I'll keep on moving for me, 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 I'll keep on moving for me. So I've only released that on YouTube, but I'm going to release a fully produced version soon on iTunes. Okay, I got one more cover and one more original. What time is it? One more cover, one more original. Guess it's true, I'm not good at a one-night stand, but I still need love, 'cause I'm just human. These nights never seem to go to plan. I don't want you to leave, will you hold my hand? And won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. This ain't love, it's clear to see, but darling, stay with me. Why am I so emotional? No, it's not a good look, gain some self-control. Deep down I know this never works, but you can lay with me so it doesn't hurt. And won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. This ain't love, it's clear to see, but darling, stay with me. Oh, 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 oh. And won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. This ain't love, it's clear to see, but darling, stay with me. Oh, 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 stay with me. Okay. All of these songs, by the way, you can find on YouTube, either live or from my album. Okay, my last song of the little concert. This is Love Parade, which we've been talking about a lot, and released it in June. And it's on iTunes. One more year is gone. the city with our love parade. Show me your world and I'll show you mine. We'll show the people we've nothing to hide. Swimming through oceans and mountains to climb, and I'll be next to you. When you said, ooh, I'm in love with you, I said, don't worry, I love you too. I'll be your sun if you be my moon. We'll light the city with our love parade. With our love parade. And one rainy day in spring, you gave me a flower and a ring. Told me that I would make you complete if you marry me. So I gave you my hand and I gave you my heart, and you spun me around and around and around, and we danced all day in the rainfall. Ooh, I'm in love with you. I said, don't worry, I love you too. I'll be your sun if you be my moon. We'll light the city with our love. Ooh, I'm in love with you. I said, don't worry, I love you too. I'll be your sun if you be my moon. We'll light the city with our love parade. With our love parade.
London Indie Underground is London's only independent music broadcast, showcasing some of our area's most talented artists, bands, and personalities. Tune in to CHRW every Friday from 3:30 to 6 p.m. while your hosts Jimmy James and Brandon Eady spin all the best indie bands from London. Listen in for show announcements, ticket giveaways, and band interviews. London Indie Underground on CHRW.
All right. So this next song is called Tango. Yeah, it's a tango with this guy's dick is what this song's called. It's about a weird time Bruce had once.
Twice.
Are you ready, boys? Everybody still got their dicks? Okay.
London Indie Underground.
It was a long, cold December when it came to an end. Give me your rain just for a teasing. Now time keeps on falling like tears that I cry. When time won't change nothing that I did that night. Pride is a five-letter, four-letter word, one that I'll always and forever curse. Now tears keep on falling like years that go by, and tears won't change nothing that I feel inside. I'd say I'm sorry, but I can't be with you. You know that I miss you so much. Believe me, I'd kiss you and follow it through just to feel it one last touch. The one thing I'll never, forever forget, the fear in your eyes when my pride lost the bet. The rest is a blur, but too fair that night. Now I'm mourning in this hell till time takes my life. I'd say I'm sorry, but I can't be with you. You know that I miss you so much. Believe me, I'd kiss you and follow it through just to feel it one last touch.
Hill Valley Lightning with Last Touch here on the London Indie Underground. That band is going to be joining us on the 26th for an interview and live performance. If you like what you hear, very throwback 50s sound, name inspired from the movie Back to the Future, of course, and the lightning bolt hits the clock tower, hence Hill Valley Lightning. And tomorrow, or next week rather, man, it's not tomorrow at all. Next week, we're going to be joined by The Affair, which features members from Marcellus Wallace, Dan Tran, and Scotty Parker Scheid, who I performed with in Two Crown King. They're going to be joining us for their second ever show. Their first show took place at Rum Runners here a couple of weeks back. And we're really looking forward to connecting with them. And then on deck, we've got Poacher. As soon as Dylan Lozon gets back from touring, he's in Florida and the Keys, touring around as a hired gun guitar player. They're going to be setting up a date here. We just got to confirm the date. And the mighty, or I should say Tandem fucking Eagle. They're Tandem Eagle, but those that know them well know them as Tandem Fucking Eagle. They're going to be joining us here in studio once again as they circle back around. We're going to try to revisit some of the bands that we kicked off this thing with a couple of years back. And Playing God's going to be one of the bands coming in too. Mr. Jeremy Alves sitting over here on the couch. So we'll get to you guys coming up in a couple of weeks. So that said, Jessica, that was lovely.
Thank you.
It sounded really good.
It sounded good in my ears too.
It sounded great in here. Like, we do 2 separate mixes. We do the one for front of house, so any of the guests that come down, and you're always welcome to join us here at Adelaide and Princess. You can come and take in the show. We've got a podcast lounge, so we've got a projector and speakers on the other side. You can see what's happening here in the room. And then you can walk across the way and take in the live performance. And then we do a separate mix here in the recording studio, which of course is the Vault Studio, to send out to the 2 streams. So we are limited in terms of some of the video element because, of course, bandwidth, we can only broadcast so much, but we don't want to compromise the audio, and it sounded really good.
Yeah.
I like, your covers that you do, and I was alluding to this earlier, that, you take some creative license on some of the songs that you do. And I like it because it's refreshing. I mean, especially you perform at the Shire a lot during dinner, 5 to 8 o'clock on Fridays, and I'll be sitting there and I'll hear a Coldplay song, or I hear something, and it takes me a minute to register, and I'm like, oh, that's what that song is.
I know that song.
Yeah.
And they can sing along.
Exactly.
Have a little dance.
Do some people dance?
Never.
Eating their fries.
I always try to
dancing?
convince them, but nobody wants to dance. Nobody wants to dance.
Oh, well. Well, you had some people dancing in your video.
Yes.
Is there any shout-outs that you'd like to make to anybody that might be watching? Or people that have helped you? It's all me.
It's only me. Nobody gets credit. Free FM radio.
Yeah.
I mean, the opportunity that they put out there every single month for us London artists is amazing. The fact that they come up with money to give us to put towards studio time to record our own original music every single month, it's like really an incredible program that they have going, and I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of it. So I want to thank them because that kind of changed my life a little bit. All my fans, I mean, they're so great. Where would I be? Nowhere.
Do you now that said, obviously your YouTube presence has afforded you obviously some attention, and I'm sure the people you try to connect with them personally. Do you have any that fans that you keep in touch with, or ones that you forge friendships with, maybe that are overseas or otherwise?
Some that I haven't met before in person, yes, actually lots. I know there's a couple of people on Twitter that have been tweeting me throughout tonight, and that's Miko and Neil. Those are a couple of fans, and I talk with them a lot over social media, but I've never met them. Maybe one day when I'm going to play a show in their cities. And then, like, one of my biggest patrons that I had, Zach, he sponsored me from the beginning, $100 a month, and so from that we chatted on Skype for an hour every month, and we really just became friends. Like, it was, I thought it could be creepy, but it wasn't creepy, thank goodness. Like, we got along really well.
And that was one of my curiosities too, is do you have any people that are
No,
well,
not yet.
Not yet.
There was a girl once who really wanted a picture of my feet, and I said no.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, and she just kept asking and asking. I'm like, you have to stop asking. That's enough now.
See, your online image that you portray is very, classy. And, squeaky clean. The exception of maybe one minor indiscretion.
Every once in a while, I'll put a photo up,
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Well, I'm real.
Yeah.
I'm a human being. Whatever.
That's true. But you're not going to be posting a picture of your feet anytime soon?
Not my feet.
No.
I wasn't planning on it. I'll put some makeup on them and get a little hairstyle. No.
You'd jazz them up a bit.
I'm not planning on putting my feet on Instagram. No.
Maybe in Crocs.
No Crocs. Yeah, that was probably the weirdest thing, though, from any of my fans. That was weird. And it's still weird. It's just weird. I had to block her. I had to block her.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
But it's
there you
all
go,
over
ladies and
with
gentlemen.
now,
Do not
and
ask for pictures of feet.
It was kind of fun
And
at
you're
the
all
time.
cool.
I guess somebody asking me for pictures of my feet is better than somebody not asking me for pictures of my feet.
It's true.
Maybe?
Any attention is good attention.
I don't,
Heard that said before.
I don't know.
So what's your plans now? What what are you going to be working on over the next little while?
Over the next couple of months, I would obviously more covers. I'm kind of thinking maybe trying to branch out language-wise and do some covers of languages that I don't know how to speak, but try to do it. I don't even know if it's possible humanly, but I might try that. Like, I don't speak Italian, but I think I could sing in Italian. And
Now, would you take a already Italian song? Or
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And like a popular one there, from an Italian artist, and I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is possible because I won't know what I'm saying. But
Google
the
Translate.
idea kind of came
and
up.
Find out.
Yeah. So I might do that. But regardless, always YouTube videos. Gonna try to plan a show coming up in Brazil in winter, and yeah, just keep trekking along, keep doing my thing.
So for people that maybe are just being introduced to you today, where can they find you online?
My name, which is really hard to spell, so take note. Take a pen and a paper. Jessica Allossery, and it's Jessica Allossery. So find me online at youtube.com/Jessica Allossery, facebook.com/Jessica Allossery Music, Instagram Jessica Allossery, Twitter J Allossery. I'll be there.
There you go.
My website. I have a website. Forgot about that one. The big one. JessicaAllossery.com.
That's probably the main place.
Yeah.
Do you have links for all your social media stuff
Yeah,
through there?
it's all there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you. It's been
was
so
awesome.
fun.
I want to thank all our listeners for tuning in. Just a couple of announcements for you. We got some shows coming up now. Obviously, myself and Brandon Eady are, two of the booking agents here in town. So we tend to, not exclusively promote our stuff, but we tend to know more of the details about the shows that we promote. So coming up this Friday at the Blackshire Pub, we got some great bands coming in. There's a band called Theatre Crisp coming from St. Catharines. They've been here a few times before in support of AFOS and the Rude Youth, their CD release party. And they're like a hip-hoppy, bluesy jazz kind of band, and features a tap dancer that tap danced with Gregory Hines, which is cool. They put a board in front of the stage and they mic it up. And so he taps along with it. It's really impressive to watch. And then one of our previous guests, Rory Talon, who's going to be performing with his band called the Old Souls. And coincidentally, there's another band called the Old Salts that are performing too, which is a blues rock band. And they're from Toronto, really making some noise right now. So I encourage you to come and check it out. It's $5 for that show, 19 plus, doors at 9. And then taking place on Saturday, we have the next big tour with JJ and the Pillars, Brothers of North, the Fiscals, and the Affair, who's another alumni of our program. And this is going to be taking place once again at the Blackshire Pub. It's sponsored by 102 The Edge, Artistic Management, Eye Opener Records, Hashtag Hope, and London Indie Underground. Another $5 bill, 19 plus, doors at 9 o'clock. You can find all this stuff out if you go to the Blackshire's Facebook page. For those that happen to be here in London, it's facebook.com/The Shire London. You can find out all the
Check out that
concerts.
breakfast that they just put out.
Yeah, they just
Delicious
they just launched a brunch menu from 11 until 2 on the weekends.
yeah.
And I went in and had the eggs Benedict, and I had the breakfast tacos. Never had a breakfast taco before. But
So unique.
I was so full, man. I had to go home for a nap because I just jammed it in. You know when you're like, and you do this, right? You know, you wake up sometimes on a Sunday and, maybe you're a little under the weather from the festivities from the night before, and, you get a little ahead of yourself and you jam in a little bit too much food thinking you're going to feel better. And you just end up feeling all sorts of worse. But you know what? I felt really good for a little while. And after, I'm like, oh, hangover's kicking in. But if you're looking for a place to go to get some food on a Saturday or Sunday, and for particularly for those that like to dabble in the accoutrement the night before, make sure you come on down to the Shire. But we got some great shows happening for you. And once again, next week we're going to be joined by the Weathered. The following week, Hill Valley Lightning. It's a great couple of weeks of music here, and then we're going to make the announcements once we firm up the date. The dates rather going forward for Tandem Eagle and Poacher. We've got Playing God on deck too, a number of other acts that we're really privileged to be able to connect with, and this thing's kind of picking up some steam after having about a 6-month hiatus, but we're back now and very excited about it. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another edition of the Indie Stream Podcast. I'm Jimmy James. the Vault Recording Studio here at Adelaide and Princess. Please come on down and join us every Wednesday, 8 until 10 p.m. That said, we'll catch you on Friday on CHRW Radio 94.9 FM. You can go to chrwradio.ca if you'd like to stream it online. And much as we do here, we play all independent bands from London and southwestern Ontario. And as I was saying before, we're really privileged to have some world-class talent right in our backyard. If you like what you hear, make sure you tune in because we got a lot more for you. That said, we're going to leave you with one of the acts that's going to be joining us here in a couple of weeks. This is Poacher with Fistful of Sand. Thanks again, Jessica.
Thank you.
Thanks to the
Bye.
crew, for everybody that came out today. Really appreciate it. We'll catch you Friday. If not, we'll see you next week. Have a great night, folks.